What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and you knew it was coming. You knew that corporations were going to try to take advantage of tariffs because most people don't really understand how tariffs work, and most people don't really pay attention. They don't know what products actually have tariffs on them, what products do not. Well, basically, much of the tariffs have already been negotiated down, which makes this move by Walmart really bizarre. They're getting absolutely shredded by their customers for profiteering and price gouging when basically everything's settled. I mean, the China tariff is on pause for 90 days. We've negotiated deals. Excuse me. There's all sorts of deals that are getting done across the board. It's really weird. Quietly, Walmart has also brought back basket fees, which I was not really familiar with it, but a lot of people that use them are elderly, that are affected by this are elderly on fixed income. So we're going to talk about that. Let's see here. Walmart warns of unprecedented price hikes that are coming as tariffed goods start to hit shelves. Walmart said Thursday it plans to increase the prices this month as tariff goods start to hit shelves, warning that the size and speed of the price hike will be unprecedented. Now, of course, Walmart they absolutely could make a little bit less money. They're not going to do that, though. Walmart also could bring in alternative products from nations that are not putting tariffs on. There aren't tariffs in place. Of course, they're not going to do that either. Because quite frankly, the issue here is they could do that. They're just going to make more money. You watch, mark my words, in quarter 3 of this year, quarter 4, Walmart's going to be talking about record profit numbers. The Arkansas-based retail giant has already started raising markups on certain items as supplies pass along the additional cost. Bananas, for example, jumped to 54 cents a pound from 50 cents. 4 cents, not going to ruin anybody's day. According to Walmart CFO, the magnitude and the speed at which these prices are coming to us is somewhat unprecedented in history, Rainey told the Wall Street Journal. Earlier this week, the U.S. did reach a temporary deal with China to lower the respective rates for 90 days and allow for more negotiations. Trump also slashed his tariff on China to 30% from 145%, which boosted markets. Well, 30% tariff is better. It's, quote, still too high and will lead to higher prices for the consumer towards the tail end of this month. And then certainly much more in June, Rainey told CNBC. This is bollocks. This is actual BS. Walmart has known about this for 3 or 4 months at this point, 2 or 3 months minimum. They've made no effort, apparently, to have additional, to find alternatives. There's a lot of places you can get bananas from that aren't getting tariffed. There's a lot of places you can buy a lot of things from without necessarily worrying about tariffs, but that's what they're just lying to people, in my opinion. They're just going to price gouge because they can. This has been a big fear for investors who sent stock indices on steep declines after Trump revealed his harsh tariffs way back in early April. At the time, the company planned to absorb some of the tariff costs to play offense and keep its prices lower than competitors. So nothing has changed, by the way. The tariffs are only lower now than they were when Walmart said that they weren't going to jack up prices. And now they're going to jack up prices. Anyway, just remember that. Walmart said, hey, 145% tariff, cool, we'll eat that. We'll eat that. Well, 30% tariff, oh no, we have to have unprecedented price increases. We've never seen anything like this before in history. We have to have unprecedented price increases. The world's largest retailer on Thursday maintained its full-year guidance, but withheld its profit forecast for current quarter as it warned it was facing a dynamic environment. While many other retailers reported disappointing earnings in the recent quarter, Walmart saw sales boom as shoppers fearful that President Trump's trade war could reheat inflation or trigger a recession flocked to the chain's discounts and speedy shipping. I mean, you can't really stock up on bananas and corn. I mean, I guess you could can some stuff. consumer sentiment has plunged and the nation's economy unexpectedly shrank in the first 3 months of 2025 as companies rushed to import goods ahead of tariffs. Retailers suspended their annual forecasts and disclosed dismal earnings, but Walmart on Tuesday reported strong sales. Wait a minute. So you had unprecedented sales, unprecedented profits at a point in which you said you were not going to increase prices. Now you're like, hey, let's increase prices. This is like when they move in to a town and destroy all the competition, and then they raise the prices back up. The U.S. same-store sales jumped 4.5% for Walmart locations and 6.7% for Sam's Club in the first 3 months ending May 2nd, above expectations. Walmart's e-commerce sales rose 21% in the United States, its 12th double-digit gain in a row. Global online sales jumped 22% from the year before. All I'm hearing is they don't need to be raising prices. Net income fell to only $4.5 billion, or 56 cents a share, down from $5.1 billion, or 63 cents a share, in the same period last year. That's why they're increasing prices. They're increasing prices for their shareholders. That's why they're doing it. They're increasing prices so their shareholders can make a little bit more money. That's what this is all about. It's wild to me that anybody couldn't see this. They're just like, oh, well, we didn't pay a big enough dividend on our stock, so let's price gouge Americans and blame the recession, which they've already, or the tariffs, which they've already proved they can be very profitable even in the face of the tariffs. Now, not all the tariffs had hit maybe a month ago, but that's not actually how business works. So people who are like fans of this kind of fear mongering will say, but Jeremy, all the goods that they were selling was at the old price. Let me tell you how this actually works. When the tariffs went into play, they already started increasing the prices on the existing stock that they had. Let's say when a gas stations increase and decrease prices, do you think that's only when they get their tanks filled? Or is it when the market conditions change? How about the price of oil? Do you think that only fluctuates based on how much oil exists? Or is it because they're looking at futures and other things like that, and they preemptively raise or increase or decrease the prices based on that? It's not like Walmart's getting these goods that have tariffs on them now, just suddenly now they're going to bake the price of it in. They've already been doing that for months. That's just not how business works. It's not like, well, we're all sold out of the 50 cents a pound bananas, so we're going to have to, now these are the 54-cent bananas, so we're going to put these up. No. Revenue rose 2.5% from $161 billion, including a 1% headwind since Leap Day took place last year. However, it missed expectations of $165.8 billion in its first quarterly revenue miss since February 2020. That's why they're increasing the prices. They're not increasing the prices because of the tariffs. They're increasing the prices because they want more money for their shareholders. The retailer expects to come out on top amid the trade war, saying that more high-income households chose Walmart for groceries in the previous quarter, and customers shopped the chain's affordable brands and temporary deals. Well, if you are willingly paying more money for a box of Cheerios so you can shop at Whole Foods, you're an idiot. Sorry. No matter how much money I've made in my entire life, we've always done our grocery shopping at Walmart. Like, I don't buy my steaks from there, but a box of Cheerios is the same as it is at Walmart, as it is at Pick and Save, as it is at Meijer, as it is at Whole Foods, as it is as... Why would you go, I have to shop at Whole Foods, so I get... Now, if it's your only option, okay, fine. But for Charmin Soft toilet paper is the same as it is at Walmart, as it is at a upper crusty grocery store. Why would you pay more there? For the experience? That's just dumb. Stop wasting your money. History tells us that when we lean into these periods of uncertainty, Walmart emerges on the other side with greater share and stronger business. Well, yeah, because now you're going to price gouge everybody. Extra cost, Walmart now speaks out on basket fees that has made a comeback and affects all shoppers. Apparently, So last month, Boss announced that they restored the minimum $7 basket fee on orders below $35. So if you order $36 worth of stuff, there's no $7 basket fee. It's a way to guilt you to force you to buy more products. That's what it really is. The policy specifically impacted Americans who use food stamps or SNAP benefits to buy groceries. The fees cover the cost of preparing and packing an order. Speculation had swirled online that the fee was brought back in the light of the uncertainty of Donald Trump tariffs. Of course. Or could it be because their earnings were slightly less than they expected, and now they just want more money? A spokesperson told Mashable that the fee and tariffs are not related. The basket fee was removed for SNAP recipients during the COOF lockdowns. Chiefs confirmed that the charge is being brought back in a memo to shoppers. We're reinstating the minimum basket fees for customers with EBT cards saved to their Walmart account. Now, I don't really understand why that is. Is it because they don't have enough money on it and so they buy a few items at a time? If you use EBT, email me and let me know why this is a specifically EBT thing. Like, why is it different if it's EBT than credit card? That I don't understand. 42 million people in America receive food stamps, and the benefits are designed to help Americans buy healthy produce. No, they aren't. But some states are looking to ensure SNAP claimants are banned from using the stamps to buy unhealthy goods. Good, I agree with that. In Indiana, Mike Braun signed an executive order banning SNAP recipients from using food stamps to buy soda and candy. Fine by me. However, supermarket chiefs are still looking for ways to minimize the effect of Trump's tariffs on shoppers. I mean, the fee covers the cost of packing an order? I don't really understand it. Do you not have a cost of packing an order if I'm using a credit card? It's very weird, and it just feels like greedy. That they're just going to price gouge. You're going to see a lot of these little fees and service fees coming back, and it's not because of tariffs. They're lying. I hope you were informed by this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.